Oh, Lord alive. Hello, everyone. Yes, it's time to, yeru no, scream. Yes, I like to make noise. Loud equals funny, yelling equals comedy. It's just that easy, boys. It's just that, include me in the highlight. Please include me in the screen cap. All right, there it is. Yes, hello. We're done. That's it. Comedy is over for the day. And now it's time to get serious. Looks like one was over, thank God. We shall see. We shall see. Oh boy, won't that be fun? Hey, it looks like Twitch is like doing something a little different. That's fine. I don't care at all. What's up, everybody? Let's just meme it on over, shall we? To can I get a word from my favorite crew member? Okay, he sounded good. He's still based as always. Okay, let's just go straight over to the chapter, shall we? Here we go. All right, get ready for the most anime episode of One Piece. Yeah, okay. Oh boy. All right. What's up? How you doing? Let's talk about One Piece, shall we? Zolo is dead. No. Zolo is based in red build, and he's gonna slice prejudice. He's gonna slice discrimination in half, cause it can't even handle his conqueror's hacky slice. His name's Best Guy. He hates all samurai. Oh, that's more of the Fishman. Can we get some? We need a kill Jinbei emote after recent updates. Although Jinbei is such a subhuman non-entity. I struggle to. I morally struggle with even giving him the. Yeah, at least Law is human, right? Shanks, Chads, non-human detected kings, gods. At least Law is human. Jinbei, though, yikes. I mean, he's fish food with legs, you know. He's a temporary food repository in the meantime, you know. It is what it is. What can you do? See, Law can be humiliated because Law has the dignity of a human being, unlike Jinbei. Jinbei, I'm not saying Jinbei should die. I'm just saying he needs to die. Now we're talking. Me anytime Jinbei is on screen. He's gonna make me go Joker mode. All right, Jinbei replaces Chopper as primary backup food because Luffy prefers fish to venison. Makes sense to me. All right, Jinbei more like flambe. Well said. All right, yeah, Jinbei's gonna set up his room in the Sunny's aquarium. God, has Sunny had a conversation? Has Jinbei had a conversation with most of the Straw Hats at this point? Like there was that one time they were all hanging out. Him and like Nami, when he had like his Nami moment during the during Fishman Island, you know. How come it's Fishman Island and not Mermaid Man Island? Think about that. Yeah, no, I don't think so, right? Oda, what have you done? All right, we're past the Jinbei hatred for the day. We're maxing out our quota for the day. I like to go into extra innings, you know. I like to give the people what they came for, but let's make a little progress on this chapter, right? All right, what do you got here, people? What do we got here? We got chapter 1048. Now, I've heard on the street this is the most eventful chapter of all time. I'm pretty sure Kaido dies. LKK fully takes place. ZKK fully takes place. All lore dumps happen. All fights are resolved. All our dreams come true. Oda retcons Nika live in this chapter to my delight. I was so happy when he did that. That was really great. Kind of an odd. Okay, obviously we need our vote as always. Was this chapter Goda or Hakta? And I need to include a Midda. Midda needs to exist for the duality of man. Okay. Okay, I don't know what this is. This isn't a poll. This is a prediction thing. I don't know. Twitch is a bunch of shit I don't understand. I'm just gonna type Goda and I'm gonna type Hakta, and I think you guys get to vote. I don't know. Submission period. I'll give it 5 minutes. I don't know. Did I do it right? Wait, what's going on? Oh. Is it Goda or Hakta? Okay, I think I did it. Huh? Star prediction, go. All right, did I do it right? The streamer mod will need to confirm this outcome within 20... What the fuck is going on? Okay, I don't know what I did, but I did something. Vote on it, maybe? Predict with channel points. What? I don't know what's going on. I'm sorry. I apologize for forcing this on all of you. It was all the dream sequence. I absolutely love that. Yeah, I should have started a straw poll. What is a prediction? I don't even know what that is. Is it the same thing as a poll? No, I can't go back. We're sticking with prediction. Predict whether it will become Goda or Hacta by the end of the chapter. It's gambling. That sounds right up my alley. I didn't know I was involved in a high-stakes gambling stream. Well, predict right now. Will it turn out to be Goda or Hacta? There's only one way to find out. Wait, okay, I got it. Wait. Okay, predict whether the vote that we're about to do will come out as Goda or Hacta. All right, we're starting a poll right now. New poll. Let's find out. Okay, Goda or Hacta. All right, here we go. This is what the people want, you know. This is what the people pay for. Let's only give this one gets 3 minutes. Boom, there it is. Okay, now there's a vote, people. Now you can vote in this at the same time. So predict, then vote, or whatever. Don't worry about it. It'll be fine. Yeah, okay. Anyway, let's talk about this chapter now that that's out of the way. We'll check back in on the vote later, shall we? All right. So here we go. 20 years. To you, 20 years in the future? Was that it? To you, 10,000 years in the future? 20 years? That's so weird that Oda would, like... It's kind of weird that he would break the fourth wall to state how long the Wano arc has been going on in real life. You know what I'm saying? Isn't that a little bit strange that Oda would do that? Ha ha ha! Ha ha ha! Ha ha! I made a joke! I made a joke! I did it. Okay, moving on. What's happening here? Okay, so is it confirmed that Katakuri is back and is the main character again? Let's see. Okay, Sweet Commander Chad's a biscuit confirmed. You love to see it. Okay, Reiju and what is that? Ichiji? It's Reiju, right? And Ichiji for some reason. Okay, cool. I have enough channel points to literally rig the poll and make Goda the victor. Takudo? But you would never stoop to that lowly level, Takudo. You have too much moral character, right? Right? Surely. Yeah. All right. So what's going on here? Is Germa trying to... Okay, right. It's number... We're already on volume 10 of Germa 66's Cold-Blooded Voyage. Is Germa trying to infiltrate Chocolat Town again? Hey, remember that song from Panty and Stalking, Chocolat? It was for, like, the real emotional stalking episode. That's a good song. I like it a lot. Okay. So, look, I always love when Oda does these silly little exclamation points with, like, the character bits. Hey, by the way, oh, wait, no, we covered this on an SBS episode. The reason his, like, cracker things are sparking is just because Oda thought, like, it looks like fireworks and that's cool. That's fun. It is like a cracker, right? Like a firecracker. I don't know, whatever, it doesn't matter. Oh, it's definitely Daz Bones and Crocodile. Yeah, you're absolutely right. Okay. So, okay, whatever. Like, Germa infiltrating. Is Oda going to pull a bait and switch? Is it just going to be the Germa guys? I don't know. So, is that a serious guess? Daz Bones and Crocodile? It could be anybody, you know? Who knows? This could be Oda's chance to introduce, like, some fun thing for, like, a payoff later on. I don't know. I don't know. Am I the only one who thinks Cracker is a super underrated commander? He was able to essentially make a bunch of Cybermen that were near Doffy level. I guess that's true. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, Luffy beat him early in the arc, but it did take him like a full day to beat him. But that's just because he didn't know his weakness. But although, even if he knew his weakness, Luffy alone, I don't know, whatever. It's Ace and Pedro. It's Whitebeard and Pedro are showing up. It's definitely going to be, it's going to be Pedro, Mr. 11, my man, Vergo and Monet. It's going to be great. It's going to be the whole Suicide Squad is going to be there together. And it's going to be cash money. All right. The Cracker Boys kept Luffy stun locked longer than Katakuri did time-wise. Is that true? I know they were both, like, long. It was both, like, a large period. I don't know. There's a theory that Brule is actually Devon, Katarina Devon, because her hand is still on the mirror. She could be Katarina possible. It's definitely Poundy Pussy back for revenge pounding. Okay, what does Oda have to say to defend this chapter? Wow. Chilled cognac udon sure is delicious. Miso dengaku is the best. Okay, a solid entry from our man Oda. All right, here's the chapter for real. Okay, here it is. We're doing it. So when we left our heroes, Luffy was about to do big punch. He was about to punch real hard and real fast. Oh, by the way, the verdict is in. Can you see it? Can you see it? Let me pull it up here. I hate to say it, everybody, but wait, no, go back. I'm sorry, but the chapter is confirmed, Hacta.
Easy
That's a big bra memento for Oda right there. I don't know how he's going to recover from this. Holy shit, 70% Hacta, go to bros. Now wait, what was the prediction thing? Okay, now we need to check the predict. Oh, you can just highlight and see. Blues are Gotas, pinks are Hacta. All right, for the rest of the stream, bully, destroy, shamelessly mock the blue cucks, the blue-pilled Gota pillars. Absolutely humiliating that they would predict that and be so thoroughly excoriated for all time. Yo, Hacta bros! All right, we blew them the fuck out. Their time is literally over now, and there's nothing left to do. Gota chuds, leave immediately. This was the most fortified election of all time. No meddling whatsoever. It was perfect from start to finish. Absolutely incredible. All right. I hate to doom, but it must be done. No audits. No need to look any deeper. It is what it is. Please move on. Please don't pay attention to me as I go contact my bookie for the vast. I mean, look, guys. Do you have any idea what the odds were? Everybody was betting Gota. Everyone worldwide was betting Gota. If I had to make a couple of adjustments to the vote to make my 1,000-to-1 payoff come true and to get the payoff from that, are you really going to hold it against me? I don't think so. All right. So here we go. Luffy's going to kill everyone right now. It's going to be great. Okay, so here comes the big punch that's literally the size of Onigashima. And right, our arc that's happening right now is I will kill everyone on the island, says Luffy, unless Momo moves it out of the way. And, you know, this is typical Luffy, like, just not worrying about the consequences of his actions, having Oda make all the consequences just, like, go away. But that's fine. I mean, power of friendship, it's a thematic thing. It's fine. I don't care. And he does appear to be doing, on top of everything else, he clearly is doing the King Kong gun, like, what do you call that? Like, squish within itself type thing, you know, I don't know, fucking crimping in itself. It's just a really, really, really big Kong gun. Luffy, I'll fucking kill Usopp unless you move that island, child. Monkey D. Luffy. The Monkey God King, chosen One Piece main character. Yeah, that's great. Okay, Luffy, it can't be done. Deki nai, Luffy, shikata nai. Okay, so here's Momo saying, I can't do it. Now, okay, this is good stuff here. Foreskin gun. Oh, it looks good. Very powerful attack right there. Okay. So Momo's like, no, I can't. I'm scared. I'm gonna shit myself, Luffy. I'm gonna pee myself. Please don't. Okay, but then, childhood is going away. Manhood, adulthood, responsibility, rising to the occasion. It's all happening, boys. It's all happening. I remember in Canton when Nate said the Kingest Kongest gun wouldn't be something Oda would come up with. Oh, well. Is that true? Did I really say that? The Kingest Kongest gun. Now, did I say that as like an attack name thing that he would like do something a little more interesting than that? Which I think I stand by that and I'm literally correct, but we'll get to that when we get to the attack name that we're about to see. And it's true. Garp would be very proud. Okay, so Momo's about to attack. Or he's about to get attacked, and then he sees his family, right? He sees everybody, and he's, like, thinking about his responsibilities. He's thinking about wanting to protect his family and his family legacy. This is very base. This is very wholesome pilled. Love to see it. I mean, he's literally the fucking prince, you know? It's his duty. Love it. And, see, look, okay, this is just very endearing. This is Momo, like, not knowing literally what to do, but literally throwing himself at it as hard as he can, hoping it'll do something, because he knows it is my responsibility to move this island to save everyone. This is my role in this little story that's been laid out for us. Oh, this isn't the last punch because we still have Act 4 and Act 5. Ed is absolutely right with that. And it's going to be easy money for Oda. Wano Prince money. Wano Prince money. Wait, where's the sound effect? Is this it? Wait, hang on. There it is. There it is. That's the Wano. No, that's not it. I want to say... No, stop.
What were they thinking with this shitload of fuck?
There we go. Okay. Now that's out of the way. Momo's being a hero. Free us from this hell. Please do it, Momo. This is endearing. Any time a character starts digging deep, doing personal sacrifice, and, you know, really putting himself on the line, I'm gonna like it, so just keep doing it. And here's Luffy. He's going to do the punch. Here's Kaido giving a big toothy grin. Okay, Foreskin Chad's feeling just vindicated for all time right now. Looking great. Very well. I'll take this one head on. Have you heard, Straw Hat? Now, I must say this. I must say that, well, you know, Kaido does like to honorably duel. I was just thinking, like, if Kaido were to know for a fact, as what is very likely to happen, when this fist hits him and he just, like, it finishes him, you know? Like, if that were to happen, oh, Joy Boy deconfirmed, he's not smiling. If Kaido were to know that was going to happen, he probably would not choose to hit it, right? But then again, I mean, because Luffy was weaker than it before, obviously. He went Gear 5th. He's the monkey god chosen one, plot armor, magic boy. I mean, Luffy always had plot armor, but, you know, there's degrees. Like, would he dodge? I don't know. I guess Kaido also, he does like to, like, test himself, you know. We still have Kaido Awakening. Okay, we're going to get into the whole Kaido Awakening thing that may or may not be happening. We'll see. How many times has Kaido even been hit? I mean, he's been hit a lot, but it's arguable, like, if you've got, like, maximum defense and all those hits deal, like, 0 damage, or, like, you've got just really high defense and they all deal very little damage, then, you know, RPG-wise, which we're definitely in video game logic here with this fight, you know, it would make some sense that he's not, you know, that wounded or whatever. I know, fuck Awakening, this isn't Bleach, but it's here to stay. Thank you, Oda. It's happening right now. I mean, Luffy's doing it. The whole thing is about Luffy, so, okay, let's see what happens. Well, Kaido hit count, like when Whitebeard died, that would be good. I would like that. Only, Kaido hasn't actually fought, like, armies worth of people. He's only fought, like, 2 big groups, and then, like, Luffy. So it's a little different, but, okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. Okay. Now, unlike Whitebeard, Kaido actually has taken out impressive enemies, you know. They didn't get back up 2 minutes later against Kaido. I mean, with Luffy, at least took him a little while to get back up, you know. Okay, anyway, so here we go. So Kaido, for whatever reason, is like, I feel like taking this punch directly to the face. Here we go. You haven't heard, Straw Hat. This country's hero burned to death 20 years ago. Okay, so he's spewing fire or something. And, okay, finally, something a little more interesting than just another fucking bolo breath is happening. Thank Christ, it's not just a Thunder Bagua 2. Thunder Bagua bigger. It's fire something. Okay, Flaming Drum Dragon. Kanji means, okay, great, blazing dragon torch. Phonetically, it sounds like Kaien Daiko, the Flaming Drum. Oh, yeah, Daiko. Classic Rakugo tale. Okay, that's cool. Mythological stuff. Sounds cool. You know, just slight tangent real quick. I've heard people talking a little bit about the whole, like, Kaido suicidal thing, and I just wanted to clarify that, like, I definitely come down on the whole, like, why doesn't Kaido just kill himself? I think it is super clear, based on everything that we've seen, good, right? That, Nestle PK, thanks, buddy.
Easy money!
I think that it's very clear that Kaido, he's not suicidal as in he just wants to die. He clearly wants a cool, honorable death and, you know, to go out in that way and to, like, go out in, like, a dope battle situation like Whitebeard did, or, I don't know, who else had a cool death? Virgo? I don't know. Now, Virgo's obviously alive. Nate on One Piece chapter 1048. Let's see what we got here. Oh, is this my audio? Let's hear. Hang on. But now, we've got an idea. Throw this on the table at the fucking, like, writer's room. What if we made it really big? And that's the super duper attack that Luffy does at the end. So he just blows up his arm way bigger and does King Kong Gun. Okay. I'm totally vindicated in that. King Kong Gun is the most humiliating attack name. No, I'm literally correct, people. I'm literally correct that Oda would not do that. I am right. Look, I'm with Oda on this one, that he wouldn't write stuff like that. That is the terrible movie writers writing shit like that. And we're going to get to it in like 2 seconds. So everything I said there was absolutely correct, and I'm a genius, as always. So, okay, right. Anyway, Kaido wants to go to Valhalla, exactly as you said, Iggy. That was my point about that. And, okay, right, we have to talk. Nate was a hack. It was Goda all along. Look, maybe Goda did name that attack King Kong Gun, but I sort of doubt it. Yeah, to be fair, it's not that. It's Monkey Wukong Joy Boy Big D Gun. Let's get some nominee feet going. Yes, beautiful, beautiful. Kaido stated his desire for death in this page. Oh, here, let's see it. Let's take a look real quick. It has been a while. I mean, remember the million years ago when the fight first started against Kaido? Right, the stuff about how death completes a person. Well, okay, this death completes a person, that doesn't necessarily tie into his, like, I want to die one way or another. He's saying that he just wants to die in general. It may not be the way of the times, but death is what, I mean, he's basically just being a samurai, right? He's just being a samurai and saying death is based, death is cool, I want to die in a real cool way. Or here he's just saying, like, death is an important facet of life, which it obviously is in real life. I mean, you know, it's an inescapable component of being alive. Yeah, it was crazy when Oda released this chapter 20 years ago, man. It's been a long time. And, yeah, he wants to die in a glorious way. I guess, yeah, Roger, too. Roger didn't die in, like, a battle, but he did die in you know, in a fucking... He started the golden age of piracy, you know? Right, okay, anyway. So, okay, get into this Kaido stuff, right? First of all, finally an attack that is spiking my neurons to fire a little bit more than just another Bolo Blast, another Thunder Bagua. Okay, now if you look closely, I missed this at first. But if you look closely, you can see that that's little baby Kaido in there. Little baby Kaido is in there, and he's surrounded himself with fire. So he clearly has encased himself within, like, a sheath of fire. Sheathed kings. Wow, getting a lot of, you know, sheath symbolism, if you know what I'm talking about, boys. You know what I'm talking about? We're being vindicated. It's just glorious. You love to see it. Oh, yeah, and it's Susanoo. He's literally being Sasuke Uchiha right now. It's very endearing. Oda is literally a hack. He is literally ripping off Naruto. Deeply embarrassing. Kaido is the 10th scabbard, and Kaido is an uncut king, obviously. And I'm very proud. I'm very proud that he would admit that so clearly. Kaido is clearly uncircumcised. It's confirmed. So, okay, right. The awakening thing, right? We have to bring up awakening. You're not gonna like this, boys. You're not gonna like this. A Dragon Ball Super manga ripped off Susanoo. Oh yeah, because Goku just got Susanoo recently too, right? You're not gonna like this one, boys. I just don't think there's any reason to assume that this is awakening. All he did was cover himself in fire. We see him do it, and look, I have to say it. The N-word, Nate Head. True Nate Heads know, right? True Nate Heads know that it's not confirmed awakening until Oda says, here I am awakening my devil. He has to say it, because if he doesn't say it, how am I gonna know? How will I ever goddamn know if it's an awakening or not unless he clarifies? All I'm asking, okay, like, first of all, how would this even be an awakening? What sense does that make? That coating yourself on fire is this particular devil fruit awakening? I mean, maybe, but what would that even mean? I don't know. I only think this is out of desperation. I like, is this a desperation attack in that it's like the last thing that Kaido would pull out? I mean, I don't know. Clearly this is like a higher level technique, as we're going to get to. Kind of reminds me of Magellan a little bit, but he is a base Chad that does shit on devil fruits. It's just, okay, awakening has become such a central focus now. Look, again, I just want to say this. I was talking in the chat earlier today with people as we were reading this, or was that yesterday? Whatever. I just need Oda to just in the text say, this is me doing my awakening. Here I am doing it. This is what it is. I'm countering your awakening, Luffy. Here I am doing it. Look, until he does that, I'm going to think that it's in his back pocket and that the raid's going to fail and that Kaido's going to win. Because why wouldn't I? Why wouldn't everyone be wondering when we see awakening happening? Look, and you do not pull this shit. They're like, well, he's a Zoan. Luffy is right there. And, like, part of Luffy's awakening is that his awakening as a mythical Zoan is, like, a special thing. And don't fucking give me this shit about, like, well, fuck Luffy being special. Luffy is not special. Fuck the Nika fruit. It's pathetic. It's shit writing. It's cope. It's seethe. I'm sneeding about it to this day. That's not the point. The point is Kaido may or may not have some sort of advanced awakening, or he might not. And I need Oda to clarify, or I'm going to wonder about it, and I take zero accountability for that because Oda has written it this way. Right? Oh, I'm awakening my Yaru me right now. I need to see Oda. It's not that I'm clarifying in the narrative. I'm saying what you have to say. This is the awakening. You see what I'm saying? That's what I'm talking about. Until he says it, people are going to wonder, you know? So and this is the thing, all I want is just like one sentence that says, this is my awakening. It doesn't even need to be anything. It could be like a normal zone, and he's just, yeah, I'm like a little stronger, because of course I'm Kaido. I have an awakened devil fruit. But until we see it, I'm going to wonder. King also summoned a fire dragon avatar. Right, but King's devil fruit is a pterodactyl. Why would a fire dragon avatar have anything to do with a pterodactyl awakening? I'm sure King's awakening is just the normal Zoan. Like, he's not like a legendary mythical guy or anything, right? I mean, don't get me wrong. If you want me to pop off about how retarded Luffy's devil fruit is again, then I will. Then I will happily do so. I meant King also summoned a fire dragon avatar. Right. Well, okay. I don't know what other people think. I'll just tell you my thought that this really does not read to me as an awakening. Oh, right. You're saying it's a reused concept. That's fine. That's like whatever. This is Oda is maybe trying to come up with new powers for Kaido to use. That's fine. In fact, this is the most creative thing that Oda has done with Kaido yet, and I'm way into that. I like you guys know me. I'm an adventure Chad, and I'm a creativity Chad, and that's why I seethe and cope about hockey and plot piece every day. So when Oda does more of that, I have joy, you know? I am happy. I want more of that. So just keep doing more of this stuff, Oda. I want more creative powers. The air blades was kind of cool. I did enjoy the air blades. That was good. Radahn over Kaido. Well, I mean, without question, that's obviously true. Although Radahn had his little baby busted horse, but he didn't have. But Kaido does have Jack, right? Kaido does have Jack to ride around, so that's pretty good. His little baby boy Jack. So I love that. Did you train chess this week? Of course I did. Obviously, it was I switched up my chest workout because there was a guy on the bench, so I did incline bench instead, and I was loving it. It was great. Okay, anyway, moving on from all that. All that is to say, in my particular long-winded way, I don't think that this is Kaido's awakening, and it could be. Fine, Oda, clarify that, but he has to say the words or make it like really clear, or I'm going to wonder. And look again, this is the point of that. I'm desperate to be done asking about awakening. You guys know how much I fucking hate awakening and think it's a piece of shit premise that should never have come up ever in the series, and what a mistake it was from top to bottom. So just mention it so I don't have to ask about it anymore. I'm sick of bringing it up. I hate it. So just do that, Oda, please, so we can all move on. And we can know that, like, we are at the end of the Kaido fight, you know? Okay, anyway, so there's Kaido. He's a big fire boy. He's coated himself on fire. Now, what good does that really do, coating yourself in fire, you know? I don't know. I mean, this is the perfect example against awakening. It's occupied so much of our minds. That's exactly right, Takudo. But unfortunately, the hype brainlets, I mean, they can say that, nah, bro, it's cool. I mean, maybe I'm straw manning, but I feel like there's going to be a contingent of people out there who are like, I don't know, like excited to keep wondering and keep waiting. I don't know. Please explain what the penis pump panel is when you get to it. I don't know what you're talking about, but I look forward to finding out. Okay, here we go. Dragons are resistant to fire type, guys. Remember? Oh, yeah, right. Good point. Okay, all right, moving on. Let me take a sip of my water after that big seething and coping segment there. Ugh, okay. So Luffy is holding on to, like, his body in there. You can see his arm kind of going into the actual fire guy. He's in the big fire zone now. Atsui ite. Okay, so he lets go, and luckily for us, very conveniently, in fact, do we have a convenient emote? If I didn't put it, this is convenient. All right, can we get some convenience emotes in here that luckily Kaido chooses to get hit by this attack instead of dodging like he often does and is easy to do? Go to add it again, boys. Okay, so he lets him go, but he chooses to get punched in the face. Very impressive. Okay, good. So after all, your right hand won't come crashing down now that he's let go of him because I'm going to vaporize. Okay, right. Okay, so he's real hot. And we can see his little tail here is touching one of the horns on the top of Onigashima. Oh, and in fact, the only pointy horn there. And it burns it right off instantly. So Kaido's real hot. He's covered in fire. He's burning up. Very impressive stuff. Okay, cool. Got it. It's gonna do something to Luffy. Sounds good. If only Luffy had a way of doing projectile attacks or not coming into physical contact with an enemy while fighting them. Wait a minute. Although again, to be fair, like look how big this dragon is outside. Like Orochi or Kaido as a dragon is really big, and I'm in shambles. It's true. The dragon is really big. Like, a serious question: how far is Luffy able to project his haki? That's a relevant question because I mean he's like, oh, good, I won't need to come into contact with him. But seriously, how far can you project your haki outside of your body with Ryuo? Isn't that like a relevant conversation? I've always thought that like if Luffy were to fight Magellan right now, and whatever, put aside the whole Nika stuff. Yeah, that is true. Big fist equal bigger projection, bigger hand, bigger range. Yeah, I guess that would make some sense. I had thought before the Nika stuff, if he fought Magellan again, I always thought like, okay, the thing about like Mr. 3 helping him was that actually gave him a layer of protection against Magellan. Whereas like if he was just using Ryuo, sure, he wouldn't come into contact with him. But if even a drop of poison just flew off of him and hit him a little bit, then he'd still be fucked, you know? What a strange writing choice. He cucked armament just to bring it back to win the day. This is a 2016 interview payoff, bros. What's the 2016 interview payoff again, Takuto? I'm getting tangled in what's going on. But yeah, let's see what he's going with this. Okay, so like that'll happen. You're not gonna burn me up. Okay, Kaido's doing a rising dragon attack. Okay, here we go. Here's the Ryuo. What you call haki is known as Ryuo here in Wano. Gramps taught me how to attack without making contact. I'm gonna knock you to the bottom of hell. Okay, so hockey stuff is happening. Nate, you skipped the retard translator's notes? Did I? The Raku? No, well that's coming. That's coming right now. Enter violent Phi. What did I miss? Okay, anyway. Okay, all right, here it is. So Luffy's, yes, he's using Ryuo. He's gonna projectile attack right now. Here it comes. Okay. Bajrang Gun, says Luffy, who canonically should not understand the nature of his power having anything to do with gods or anything like that. Okay, but nonetheless, Bajrang Gun, Bajrang? I don't know, it doesn't matter. Versus Blazing Bagua. Okay, Rising Dragon, Blazing Bagua. Okay, fine, whatever. So Kaido's doing like a big fire lunge attack. He's gonna vaporize him with fire. Okay, fine. So the name here is reference to Bajrang Bali Hanuman, the Hindu monkey god! Monkey god, bros! It's happening! This is the day that Luffy became this color of hockey! Oh, this color of hockey! Yeah, there it is. All right, so Luffy is the monkey god. I mean, he's literally doing the meme that that has been memed by our friends down in Central and South America for a long time, that they've been clamoring for. Everybody gets what they want. Yeah, okay, there you go. Luffy's clearly a monkey literature major referencing monkey gods and King Kong. That's very true. Yeah, okay. Yeah, you know, it's fine. This is cool. I got no problem with that. I don't get the Kafka-esque Lynchian Lovecraftian soft seinen bros. Yeah, it's pretty good. Okay, so this Hindu monkey god was potentially the inspiration for Son Wukong. Kanji means monkey king. All right, monkey D god, monkey D king. There he is, Luffy. I will mention one more time that, I don't think I'm being a total asshole by just bringing up all those times that, like, Luffy was, like, codified and was presented thematically to be, like, an opposite two gods to represent, like, you know, an average person. So, like, king or gods, like, theming him in that way is, I'm just like, well, isn't this kind of going a little bit against the spirit of the character? Okay, but put that aside. We've done way more damage than that to Luffy's character and Luffy's, you know, thematic place in the story. So, attack names, let's not worry about that. Yeah, why not Monkey Demon? Demon Bros, Atheism / Bros. Roger knew what was up. Roger would kill God every day if he saw him, and I love to see it. All right, so okay, moving on. Luffy is clashing with Kaido, and they don't seem to be in, like, direct contact. Okay, that's fine. Hanuman's son Wukong is literally a perennial enemy of the gods. Is that so? Okay. That's good. That's good stuff. I have not read. It's Journey to the West, right? That's where he comes from. He fights the Buddha. Okay. Well, there you go. That's good. However, okay, you know what? Hey, if I simply lacked the full information of the concept of that character and he actually does stand in opposition to gods, then I retract the criticism. And in fact, it seems based and red-pilled and atheism-pilled. So that sounds good. Ghoulish, you have culturally enriched me this day, assuming that's true. More like Journey to the Trash. Got him. Isn't Sun God Nika like a colloquial god, not a literal one, according to Who's Who? I mean, we don't know. That is a totally reasonable interpretation, and that could be the case, but we'll have to find out. So we'll see. Oh yeah, Sengoku final boss confirmed. Yeah, ooh, he's not gonna like this one, boys. He's not gonna like this one. Okay. So there you go. Luffy's doing Son Wukong things now. I mean, of course, this is Luffy's final form. We're getting close to the end of the series. He's taken down an emperor. We'll see how that goes. We'll check in on the fight at the end of the chapter. Okay, so now let's see what else is going on after I take a sip of water here. Rudy Rich says he only stands against the gods for like 1/10 of the story, then gets cucked into helping the Buddha for the rest of the story, though. Ghoulish, you've been outed. And I just have one thing to say to you.
Shut up, bitch.
Okay, well, maybe thematically that's the thing. I would love to have Oda like explain his thought process if that plays into it. You know, will he ever answer that? Probably not. But you know, what can you do? Thank God the boring ass fights are ending and we can get to the lore piece in Act 4. Let's hope so, man. Let's hope so.
That's pretty good, right?
Radio Rovo, thank you, buddy.
Easy money.
Oh my God, Usopp Bros! There he is, my favorite character. Yes. When Usopp's not on screen, all the characters should be asking, "Where is Usopp?" You know. Chad move dropping the dead weight. Yeah, for sure. Okay, so oh no, Keen Kiku, I didn't mean to drop you. Please be alive. Don't go dying on me. They're definitely dead. You know how Oda is. He's just killing characters willy-nilly, you know? Can you imagine if tomorrow the news came out Oda was hit by a bus? Indeed. I think Oda, I mean, it would be a Warai Banashi, a laugh tale to be sure. That could have happened any time, and it could happen now still. He could just have some, I don't know, some fucking blood clot, some fucking, anything could happen. Hit by a bus? Exactly. Let's just hope it doesn't happen, you know? Oh, the bunts would bounce off because Oda has the most ridiculous ability in the series. He could trip on some stairs. Wouldn't that be some shit? All right. So, everyone's rooting for Luffy to kill Kaido. Sounds good. Take Kaido down, finish him for good. Okay, the samurai, they're excited. Kawamatsu. This nightmare won't end unless Kaido is driven from this land. Oh, wait, he's panting. Someone else said that. Okay, doesn't matter. Okay, flashback, bros. It's time for a redundant flashback, but let's see if it's good anyway. Down D stairs strikes again. Indeed. His retainers are getting away. Don't let a single one escape. Run. Okay, so flashback to right after they fled Odin's death or whatever. Don't look back. Okay, bang. That's them hearing Oda being shot, or Odin being shot. Oda actually had this had the last chapter of One Piece drawn since chapter 1. Oh yeah. Is it just me, or is this a chapter, a regurgitation of info we already knew? The only things that were new this chapter were Orochi dying and Kaido fire form. Let's talk about at the end of the chapter, like, how pointless this was, because I think I'm actually a little bit more forgiving about this stuff, because this is Oda doing... I think complaints about this chapter are really complaints about the arc as a whole, but we'll get to that. We'll get to that. Okay. So they're running away. Now we're seeing, like, Odin's death from their perspective a little bit, I guess. Okay, fine, whatever. Remember how Denjiro fucking changed his face through sheer anger, through sheer Chad rage, through sheer incel rage, really? That was too bad. But you know what? That was the most ridiculous power in One Piece. Sheer anger changed his face. I have no problem with it, but it is funny and silly. Okay, anyway. There is only one place the samurai would go, to Kuri, right where they're from. They intend to safeguard Odin's heir, Momonosuke. So he has a son. I'll deal with him myself. Sounds good. Okay, so they're in Kuri now or whatever. Oda is definitely powered by pure incel rage. It's true. His kids come up to him and say, Dad, you're an incel. Now keep drawing One Piece. Bitch.
Shut up, bitch.
That's what they say to him. It's bullying. Okay, so Kaido is just slaughtering to come kill them. As Orochi's like, don't hesitate to shoot any vermin that dares defy their shogun. Okay, things are all fucked up. Okay, this is just getting, I'm just going to say it now. This is getting to the point of this chapter. I think people are calling it redundant. It is redundant. I think what's actually going on in this chapter is this is just Oda before the fight ends, which I do happen to think is coming. It's just Oda just reminding us of the horror. That's all it is. So, like, yes, there's some redundant info, but it's for a reason. It's because Oda is just reminding us, so it's on the top of our minds, which he does all the time at the end of arcs of this kind. With like little flashbacks or, you know, whatever. I don't know. And so I think the problem is not that, like, this chapter is, like, so bloated and shitty. And I kind of like the artful depiction of, like, this stuff here and what we're about to see. I don't like, it's the arc before now that's been, like, bloated and oddly structured, kind of, you know, going in different directions and focusing on plot lines that I don't think really needed that much focus, you know, that kind of stuff. Like, where was the Kaido flashback, you know? I at this point, I doubt it's coming more than maybe a couple pages as Kaido, like, dies or loses or whatever, you know? Okay. So Orochi is being a bad guy. We're characterizing everybody who's being bad to Wano. Here's Wano suffering. They're burning down Odin's castle. What of Odin's wife? Okay, this is a useful moment here. She was confirmed dead in Bakura town. No one else was seen fleeing the ruins of Odin Castle. The Kozuki line is officially dead. Okay, we can put it to bed right now, everybody. There is no need to worry more about fucking Toki being alive. She is dead. She's confirmed dead. Look, you can say it was a body double. It was a, you know, whatever it was. Okay, but see, you say it's a loose end, you know? You say it's a loose end. But the thing is, it really wasn't a loose end, except that Oda has made us suspicious of whenever we don't see a body through his writing over the course of the series. To me, it seemed very clear that, well, I won't say that. It seemed pretty clear that she was dead. So I disagree. Or I agree with you that there was, like, reason to maybe theorize about it. But if you put a gun to my head, I would have said she is definitely dead. But here's just the definitive take for that we can put it to bed. She's dead. She was confirmed dead. We don't know what that means. Her body was probably there. It's confirmed. I am not going to entertain theories about it anymore. She's done. Her fruit is too powerful, though, to not be continued plot point, even if she isn't the one to currently possess it. But again, I will shit on people who thought she was alive, because we cannot forget, in her death scene, she's alive to, Oda told me. Well, okay, fair enough. She literally says these words as she's, like, doing her final prophecy or whatever. She says, like, I will not go to the future. I choose to stay here to die with my beloved Odin. Like, after that speech, if Oda had her time travel or change that, then, like, it would have totally fucked with, like, her character in a way that isn't believable for, like, you know, like a fictional story that's, like, you know, having her be a particular type of character. It wouldn't make any sense. So, like, ever since we heard that, it was like a 99% likely that she was definitely dead. And, well, okay, but that wouldn't so much be a lie as Oda just, like, fucking up something that he really seemed to be implying. I mean, maybe, like, implying a character had, like, a rubber fruit for a couple of chapters, and then mixing it up a little bit later, and then having the most ridiculous twisterino just a couple of 100,000 chapters later, you know? But Oda's better than that. Oda's better than that. He would never do that to us, you know? Goda would never. Okay. you know, by the way, as Oda's kind of gone out of his way more to like make the Nika fruit like not seem like that overpowered compared to some of the things. I mean, maybe it still will be. It kind of just raises the question like, okay, if that power like isn't like a literal god mode instant win devil fruit, like it seems like it kind of is being now, then like why are they so worried about it? Is it just thematically related to the legend of Joy Boy? Because, I mean, that's fine, but then it's just like, but why is it the one super duper special fruit that, like, got renamed? Like, if it's just a matter of, like, morale, then, like, why did they need to rename it? Or, okay, you know what? Whatever. It doesn't matter. We've been on that subject many times before. Okay, moving on. Okay, so the Kozuki line, dead Arino. You hate to see it. Now the time has come for you, Daimyo, to choose. Will you help us usher in a new Wano, or will you try to wage war? Stupid question with it. Okay, yeah, obviously they're going to fight. Udon, Ringo, Hakumai, Kibi. And as you can see, we've confirmed Zoro's dad. There he is, everybody. Zoro's dad, revealed for the very first time. He looks beautiful. Okay, no. He's not Zoro's dad. Some people were, like, memeing about that or being like, whoa, it looks just like... It's not Zoro's dad. Maybe he's, like, related to Zoro, my ancestor. It would be his, it would be something like, it would have to go up to Zoro's either, like, his dad or his grandpa. Like, I think what's very, very likely implied is that, Zoro is not biologically related to the Shimotsukis. Either he's a straight up, he's a straight up, like, East Blue guy, who happened to, like, live in the village and be like a weeb. But I don't think that's actually true. I think that Zoro is like an actual Japanese guy. I think that Oda's kind of designed him to like appear that way in the narrative a little bit. So I think he is a little bit Wano-ese, you know? So I think he's going to have some blood from like a relative of one of these Ringo guys, because he looks very similar to this guy. So I don't know. Like he's going to reveal some kind of connection, or maybe not. It just seems like it's a little bit implied there, but whatever. It doesn't matter anyway. I couldn't care less about that. Zoro already has more than enough connections, so it's fine. Oda said that plot point will be explored. He did, but that was like a while ago, and he might have just meant, like, when he said that, it might have just meant the stuff that we learned when Zoro had his fight after King, like, pretty recently. So, like, that could have easily been what he meant about just exploring the backstory there. Anyway, it doesn't matter at all, and I regret bringing it up. I don't care about it. Yeah, that's my man right there. Okay, anyway, so the daimyo go to fight Kaido because they're based and Wano pilled. Sounds good. We refuse to recognize a shogun that isn't a Kozuki. It is our duty to avenge Odin. Okay, so they were straight up like, we are specifically loyal to Kozuki family specifically. They like even would they have accepted like a good shogun that was like another family if they who cares, it doesn't matter. Having loyalty to a family line, I mean, One Piece taught me aristocracy good, and who am I to argue with Goda, you know? So makes sense to me. Yes, Zoro does look like his son. He's gonna, I mean, I'd say he's either his, like, you go to the dad, he could okay, in theory he could, like, here's a scenario that would technically make sense. Like it was the grandpa who left Wano a while back. I think based on the timeline, it's possible that like a very young relative of this Ringo guy, maybe like his younger brother or something, was like with the party, or more likely it's like his older guy who it's not annoying to me. It's just like Oda's clearly doing something with it by making him look like Zoro. So it's probably going to be like some vague family ties. It's got to be like a relative of this guy was in the party that went to Wano because a bunch of samurai went. It wasn't just the Shimotsukis, and he is a descendant somehow. That's all it is. That's fine. Whatever. Okay, right. So here we go. He's killing all these guys. I'm calling him Ringo. I don't care what his name is. I really enjoyed that song he wrote, Octopus's Garden. That's good stuff. Wait, he didn't write that. I think he just sang in it. Yeah, Ringo didn't write shit. Except that sweet drum fill on the end of Abbey Road. What's the final song on Abbey Road? I can't remember. That was a sweet solo, though. It was Ringo's only good solo. All right. So he kills them all. He imprisons them all. Very nicely done. They can't stand up to Kaido's base dragon-pilledness. Very impressive. Goofafa ha ha ha. Muhaha. Wait, which is the truth? Where is the lie? What is his laugh TM in One Piece? I need to know his official one, and they're fucking with me right now. It would be an insult of any to call any samurai. Okay, cool. If only he didn't have Kaido backing him, or which is okay, right? So they're being enslaved. We can't beat Kaido. We can't beat these guys. We have to be slaves now. Track down every able-bodied young man you can and bring them here. This entire country will become our weapons factory. Okay, you see, this is good. This is why I don't dislike this chapter too much, even though, excuse me, it's not like moving the plot forward too much. But I know it's true. Zoro needs to do a 23andMe, for sure. Yeah, like, this is why I don't dislike this chapter too much, because, like, I like being reminded about all the horrors that the villains have inflicted on the town, the country that they're, like, invading or whatever. It's good stuff. It's good to remind us of that, so I appreciate that. This aspect of the chapter I'm pretty fond of. I just like just watching the people suffer is good. It adds depth to the stakes of what's going on. So I don't know. I'm pretty positive of that stuff. Look, they're stealing this guy from his family, man. It's fucked up. This chapter has 100 pages. I like stakes, man. What can I say? Hyping the final clash along with the lanterns. Classic Save Us Lucy stuff. Oh, God. Okay, you just said Save Us Lucy being classic. You just said Dressrosa is classy, Slickford. Look, I know it was your first time chatting here on the stream. Let's make it your last, my man. Get the fuck out of here with that shit. That's a ban. That's a ban right there. All right, I forgive you, but only this one time. That's your one-time pass. That's everyone's banned. Everyone's banned across the board. It has to be done. Okay. I do love watching people suffer. What can I say? Right. Like, this makes me think of, like, Alabasta, which I can't really think of, like, of this. I don't know what we cut back to, but, like, Alabasta was all about, like, Vivi, the people were suffering. That's classic. That's classic shit right there, Okay, so yes, they're literally ripping a father, son, I don't know, away from his family. It's fucked up. They're polluting the river. Can't drink anymore. My baby's, my baby. Government took my baby. Animatic. What's up, dog? Wait, where have I heard that name? I think I've heard that name somewhere. Wait, do you have a YouTube channel? I'm just checking this real quick. That sounds familiar to me. I must be thinking of something else. I must be confusing it. Yes, you. Oh, huh. Animatic. Why can't I pull it up? It must be a bad channel. Got him. It's Morge. It's definitely Morge. Yeah. Oh, I'm in your YouTube comments. Oh, that's cool. All right. Let's see. What do we got here? So, okay. This is the best panel in the chapter, for sure. I love it. Yeah, everything I've said about this is I am inside your home. Yeah, there it is. This is very good. This is very scary, very sad. The crops won't grow. There's nothing to eat. Oof. You hate to see it. And there's Brook. Brook's just hanging out here for some reason in the chapter. Oh, he took off his afro for now. I guess he'll have to super glue that thing back on. But he's just hanging out. I don't know. I've always liked the stuff of showing how fucked up Wano is. It's good. It's very good. What can I say? Good artistry. I like the desolation. I like the factories. I like the sun beating down on them. Real good. I like the dead plants. Real good. What can I say? We need those flashbacks since we don't have a character like Vivi to relate to the suffering. That is true. But I actually kind of like just seeing the people suffer right now. And you could tie in like obviously Momo cares about his people and stuff. This would be a good time for Hiyori to be doing stuff. I don't know. I'm not fully convinced that Skull is dead. I need confirmation, Oda. I agree. Hack strikes again, not clarifying. If you can still breathe, you can still work. Keep your hands moving, you scum. I know we've seen them suffer for 4 years, but it is a good thing to bring it back as the final blow is about to be landed. It's like putting their feelings. It's like the spirit bomb, like them putting their feelings into the fist. The only problem is, well, no, I'll give Oda credit for this. Oda, he did give Oda. Luffy needs a personal connection, right? Luffy needs a personal connection, or he won't give a shit. For him, it was Okiku. No, Otama, right? Otama. Tama gave him the personal connection. She gave him his rice. Remember when Luffy first showed up in Wano? She gave him that rice, That's good stuff. If you have time to lean, you have time to clean. What is that? Is that a workplace meme? I feel like I heard that at my jobs at like a pizza place. If I'd be like leaning against something, they'd be like, "Why aren't you sweeping?" Why is this becoming a meme again? I think that's not the first place I've seen it around. Okay, anyway. Don't count on any miracles. Okay, if you can breathe, you can work. Keep your hands moving. Don't count on miracles to save you. Rise and grind idioms. Okay. The borders are staying closed. Did he build a wall and make Wano pay for it? I guess he did, boys. Pretty impressive. That was cash money. We have to be patient. It will be a long winter. We'll have to believe in Toki-sama's word. Okay, right. So it fuels them, It fuels them. It keeps them going. Thinking of the prophecy. Luckily, they did have a literal prophecy that they had heard about in 20 years, people are going to come back and save you, Look at those gluttonous fools, kids. I mean, in Orochi's defense, everyone else did violate the non-aggression principle, He's just taken what is owed to him by making the entire society slaves. They are aggressing on his property because he is the king of Wano. He is the shogun. He has the political right to enslave everyone, I can't say I blame him. I think I would have done the same thing in his place. I hate that the point of Orochi's character and story was that genocide was not the problem that caused this, but the answer was not the problem that caused this, but the answer and should have been completed. Scholars of Ohara were wrong. World government were based. Wait. Oh, because Orochi literally, he was like the worst kind of king who Orochi, we saw as a Kurozumi, he literally has it out for his people. He wants them to suffer and die because he has a specific vindictive feeling toward all of Wano because his clan got fucked over or whatever. And he personally didn't do anything, but his grandpa did do something bad, So it's true. In this case, the world government probably would have been a step up. But, he's just a libertarian god, He's just a anarcho-capitalist Chad, that Orochi. What's wrong with having, a nation of slaves, They violated the NAP. It had to be done. Okay, look at these gluttonous fools, Kaido. They actually ate the leftovers of the defective smile fruits. Goof, ha ha ha. Okay, no, this is good. Tying in back the smiles to the horror of them being forced to laugh at their own suffering. If Orochi were a long-haired Bishonen, he would be the best character. This is the true red pill. Yikes. I mean, beautiful characters are more sympathetic. This is just a sociological fact. If you just make a character beautiful, people will relate to them and like them. To a certain degree. They'll be like, oh no, he was punished. There's an argument to make that, Orochi is just, lashing out from his trauma, from being, his people, his family were fucked up, that wasn't cool. He didn't do anything. So there's a case. There is a case to be made there. Yeah, Luffy's going full sovereign citizen on Orochi right now, no doubt about it. Ugly bros, it's not fair. I know. Tell me about it.
Shut up, bitch.
I don't want to hear that from an ugly cuck, All right. That's it. Let the rest of Ebisu Town follow suit. Their bellies will stay empty and their loved ones will continue to kneel over. But they won't be able to do anything except grin brightly. They'll never stop laughing. This is good. It reminds me of the most narratively good, interesting, plot device that Oda wrote into Wano, which is this great, fairy tale-esque framing of a starving village that is forced to laugh, that can't do anything except laugh even though they're suffering. That is based and fairy tale pilled, and I would just want more of that kind of stuff, So bringing it back here, let's put it this way, in the anime, He's really going to milk this, and it's going to look good. It's going to juxtapose their suffering with them laughing. And, in fact, I bet the scene of Yasuie being killed in with, like, you know, as we find out that, like, all these people ate, like, the laugh fruit or whatever. I bet it looks really good, and it's going to be similar to this when it happens, you know? Okay. In the anime, this whole chapter is going to be 3 episodes. So true. Nate, 5 streams ago, I dislike fairy tales because they lack stakes. Okay, I'm not even going to dignify that with a response. It's obviously about a balance of things, obviously. Yeah, activate your brain for a moment. Okay, so it's the perfect fate for this country's past. Haha, I love killing people. Goo fa 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 fa. Okay, so based, Orochi is back. He's not dead. He'll never die, baby. And here he comes. Oh, yeah, One Piece for Wano once it's over. Yeah, I mean, there's lots to enjoy in Wano. There's even lots to enjoy in Dressrosa. There is. But there's also some bullshit in there. Okay, anyway. So Orochi is on fire right now. He's still not dead. He is still not dead. I'm taking you with me, he says as he's burning up. You shouldn't have underestimated the wrath of the Kurozumi clan. Okay, so like Kaido and Orochi are being both brought up as big fire dragon guys. So, this is probably why Oda wrote in the whole, like, fire arc. Probably for this moment specifically. Think about this. We've all been wondering, like, what was the deal with the fire? Why did we care about any of that? I'd put it to you, if you could look into Oda's heart and read his mind, I bet it was so that he could do this thing. He could have Orochi on fire, Kaido fire boys, so he could do, like, a cool burning dragon thing going on. But, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong. Anyway, that's fine. I don't care. So here he comes. He's going to kill her. She's going to die. It's going to be way funny and epic. I'll be seeing you in hell. Also the time bomb stuff. That's true too. So he's going to kill her. A serious question. How would he even kill her? Has Orochi been implied to be, like, powerful? Serious question. I'm thinking back. He's always been big, but has he actually done anything, like, ever? Like, bit someone or sliced someone or... He is on fire. That is true. I guess he could just grab her, which would do the trick. That would do the trick. His entire family was murdered, and he had to live as a servant to the family that did it. Then he did it to Hiyori, and now he's the villain? Oh my god, I think he's the main hero character now. I think he did nothing wrong, bros. I think he did nothing wrong. Look, enslaving the whole country, it had to be done. They implicitly violated the NAP by supporting the Korozumis. I mean, by supporting the Kozugis, you know? It literally had to be done. There was no other way. I'm telling you, Oda should have given us handsome Orochi. You know, it's a classic thing to make the villain ugly and stuff. I think if Orochi was beautiful, you know what? The more I think about this, the more I think I agree with it. If Orochi was handsome and did everything else exactly the same, including being like a slimy little shit, I think a lot more people, including me, would have, like, seen his side of the argument and just, like, appreciated why he's so unbelievably pissed, like, at Wano and what happened to, like, his family and stuff. But see, you get, like, this innocent girl here, you know? And, I mean, okay, it's like, sure, Orochi's grandpa tried to, like, overthrow Wano, and, like, that's not exactly cool. I mean, you can make an argument that, like, does an aristocrat have a right to rule? If there's, what if they're an evil aristocrat or someone thinks they could be better? I mean, I don't know. It's a high stakes game, literally controlling an army, you know? Whoa, that thinking Robin lined up perfectly. That's based. Love that. Yeah, so anyway, I think he attacked someone while transformed while we only still knew his silhouette. You might be right about that. He might have done something. Anyway. Like, Orochi is definitely not sympathetic, but he did get fucked over because he personally didn't do anything. It was just his family line that did stuff. And you know, once he realized, you know, like, his family and what was going on, and he was, like, poisoned by, like, the other Kurozumi guys, then he decided to like, go evil and stuff. So, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, he had sympathetic panels when, like, we first met him, for sure. But he pretty quickly became bad. So, hey, something to think about. It's interesting to consider if a character was presented in a slightly different way, or, like, it wasn't, you know, presented in this fairy tale style where one character is just, like, very ugly. Maybe we'd feel differently about it, you know? I don't know. Anyway, So, okay, we can drink together, as in you can drink of me. We're talking at least 100 more loads in hell. I mean, 100 like a day, frankly. You know, it's gonna be hell for her. It's gonna be heaven for Orochi. You know, life is what you make of it. Make dick lemons into dick lemonade. You know, I respect that. See, that's the libertarian spirit right there. You got to respect it. He's a sovereign citizen. Oh my God, who is that? Ka-ching, checking. Here comes a sword. Things are getting out of hand here. Is it happening? Oh, Denjiro gods! 1,000 chapters of doing absolutely nothing, and he's here. Orochi's not dead, by the way. Okay, let's just address. Please make Orochi disappear. Hey, there's one. So like Orochi was bad. You fucked Hiyori for the last time, Orochi. That was one load too many. Lion coin and Orochi coin are crashing. Indeed. So, okay, we have cut off a head of Orochi, right? Orochi coin is crashing. Let's just address all the stuff going on here before we move on to these panels over here. Okay, first of all, I have to say, where the fuck has Denjiro been? What's the deal? Like, Denjiro, you can say like, oh, he was trying to find Hiyori. But did they actually know that she was here? I don't think they did. I don't think anybody knew. Like, she just appeared out of nowhere, right? So, like, why would he be searching for her? And why would he have, like, found her? So, I'm just saying, like, the setup for, like, why he's here now, I'm not totally aware of exactly what the deal is, but maybe he's going to explain. Oh, yeah, the real reason it had to be done, he didn't leave a fat tip for Hiyori after today's session, you know, so it had to be done. I'm ready for 1049, where he explain all of Denjiro's path to get here to cut off his head, which, look, I don't know why he's here, but I don't care at all. I'm just happy to be gone. I'm happy to be done with this. And I'm going to say it. Okay, look, head chopped off. If only there was a character who had survived multiple head chop-offs in the past. Okay, yes. We do know he's not a Hydra. He's an Orochi. Orochi has 8 heads. We could probably go back and count the heads that were chopped off. But look, everything about the framing, everything about what's going on here makes me feel like this is, in fact, the final death of Orochi. And I'm going to put my money down. I think it's over. I think he is literally dead. I think the man is deceased. I think Orochi is deceased. No way, you say? Well, let me ask you this. Look, I understand that the argument for him still being alive is like he survived many head chops before. Okay, so that's like a technical argument, which you can make. But again, I bet you could make a technical argument the other way. I bet if we went back and we counted, I bet we could see that, like, he has now had 8 heads chopped off, and that should be the end of it. You know, that's what I think. And again, you know, I guess just saying that it's Oda writing this, that is another reason to be suspicious. That's fair. I just think that this is a thematic argument at this point. And again, I could go check the heads to be chopped and count them and whatever, but I just think everything about, like, I'm making it like a larger point here. Everything that's happening is getting to, this fight is about to end. Kaido is about to go down. I feel confident. Orochi has gone down. I think that he is dead. Just because it feels like the things are happening. Look, this right here. Make Orochi disappear. Would Oda put this fucking panel here, make Orochi disappear? Like, okay, he could be technically alive and, like, slink away and survive. But here's the other red pill about Kaido, about Oda's writing style. Oda doesn't keep characters around who, like, aren't cool, and he wants to do more things with. Like, Orochi is enough of a Wano-specific character that he will, I think, Oda is happy to kill him off. And I think he's been set up from the beginning to die in this arc. Corrected Cho-Chin panel? What is this? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Bad news, boys. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. I don't like that. Please. I don't pay no attention to that. Pay no attention to that. All right. So, look, we're going to find out, boys. We're going to find out one way or the other if he's alive soon. And it's true. I think this is a little more clear. And again, like, the reason that I say that, like, Monet is probably dead and Virgo is probably dead is just because everything about... They haven't shown up since, and it looks like they're dead, and, like, characters... They kind of imply them being dead. We don't need them, like, around to do anything more. They could be alive. I'm not going to pretend they couldn't be alive, but I do think they're dead, just by sheer time that's gone by. And I think Kaido is another character like them. He's like an arc-specific character that's also... I mean, and he is more clearly dead. He's done, like, more bad stuff, I think. So, anyway, that's what I think. Right, so anyway, moving on from that. So, Denjiro somehow showed up. He killed him. Fine. Okay, even if he didn't literally prostitute her out, well, in the sexual sense, I still don't know what any of the point of having him, fucking... like, just have her hang around Orochi for so long. I remind you, it amounted to literally nothing. Literally nothing came of her, like, hanging around the man who murdered her father for so long. She could have been a nice hat weaver. She could have, like, cooked food. She could have done any other job. Oda fucked up by having her do nothing. Okay, gained funds. Okay, I guess I'll give you that. That's something. If the idea is actually she could make money to raise for the... Oh, she actually liked it. Uh-oh, that's the real red pill right there. Yikes. A lot of things this arc amounted to literally nothing. I kind of forget that plot point, Takuto, but if Oda did set up that, like... If what Oda was actually going for was... What I kind of inferred that he was going for was he deliberately put her in place to be around Orochi so that maybe they would have an opportunity to murder him at some point, which she, like, sort of tried to do, like, a chapter or two ago, but it actually amounted to, like, literally nothing, so that didn't do anything. Denjiro just showed up and, like, killed him, so that didn't do anything. But hang on, I'm gonna read this comment after I finish my point here. If the implication is actually that Hiyori used her, like, sweet princessly niceness, right, to bait them into marriage, to acquire funds, which she did, right? I'm remembering this now, in order to make money. And the thing is, that only incidentally put her in contact with Orochi because she happened to be the most desirable, what do you call it? Whatever, geisha or whatever. If that's the case, then that's actually not that bad. I'm actually pretty okay with that. Although it's just, at that point, it's like, at that point, it really does play into, like, I feel like Oda really cucked her real bad for a long time by, like, forcing her to literally, like, pleasure, maybe not necessarily sexually, but, like, she has to hang around with her, like, the man who murdered her father. But, and it feels unnecessary, but then again, maybe that was, like, the best way to gain the funds. You know what? This is a thing that I'm feeling a little bit of multiple feelings. You're actually making a pretty good argument here, Takuto. And I like that. And I want to keep that in mind when I reread Wano and see how I feel about it once it's all said and done. Because if it just put her, like, incidentally in contact with Orochi, then I got to admit, it makes her a more heroic, tragic character. That it's not that she, like, tolerated his presence to wait for an opportunity to murder him. It's that she tolerated his presence because she had to the larger end goal of supporting the raid, which is a noble goal and makes her pretty heroic. So, you know what? I'm actually kind of warming to her now that I'm looking at it that way. I hadn't really considered it in that light before. This is the thing that comes when you read an arc, you have certain expectations, and then you get to the end and maybe it clarifies what a character was actually doing the whole time. That's not bad. That's not bad. Okay, but obviously the raid's going to fail, and this is going nowhere, but we'll see. See, guys, I am not out to pointlessly shit on One Piece all the time. That ain't me, bro. That ain't me. Love me flashbacks, love me Hiyori, love me well set up heroic character arcs, simple as. Okay, so here's the literally dead, zero chance of being alive Orochi head. There he goes. Hiyori is looking a little traumatized. Understandable. And yes, okay, I saw it before. The lanterns give me strong, wow, raid will fail feelings. Really? You fucking guy, you are reading it. Guys, you all sound to me like me with my schizo pudding theories. You all sound, I do occasionally get flashes of like the raid will fail. Guys, the raid is not gonna fucking fail. No, it does not seem like the kind of thing before a loss. This literally seems like the kind of thing before a victory. Look, if Oda does some sort of raid fail thing, I'm just saying that will go directly in contradiction to the way that every single arc has gone. And like, spoiler alert, Wano isn't that different from the other arcs. It's the same as the other arcs, just like stretched out longer. So, okay, one of us is going to be wrong. And it's not going to be me. Uh-oh, wait, that was an S? Oh, shit. Okay, Takuto, you got to understand, I'm reading these fast. Shit. Okay. Were you all me? Okay, all right, well, forgive me. But see, there are guys who say things like that. Okay, well, I got dunked on. Forgive me. Okay, because I don't even think Morge would say that like these things specific. Well, maybe he would. Maybe he would actually. Someone thinks that it's gonna fail out there, right? Someone thinks it will. I don't think that Morge would say that like the lanterns necessarily say that, because correct me if I'm wrong, but isn't Morge's argument that like, see, this is Morge, I love you, buddy, but you're dead wrong about this. He is like deducing from his metatextual understanding that like there has to be more, because like the fights leading up to this like haven't been satisfying enough, and like there are unfinished plot threads, and so that he's like, because of this I can tell that Oda's going to like expand and there's going to be like more beyond this, right? Like that's the argument as I understand it, right? And that all this stuff is like false flagging it for like the big fail, right? But it just seems to me like the big blind spot is that One Piece is not a perfect series, and there are flaws with it. And when the raid doesn't fail, I really hope that they install the firmware update. Like Morge doesn't think that One Piece is perfect, don't get me wrong. But in this one way, I think that he is overly committed to this particular argument. And honestly, it's kind of fascinating that he is so committed to it, because I see him following up on it still in like tweets and stuff. It's pretty funny. It's pretty interesting. You know. So I don't know. We'll see what happens, but I mean, I could not be more convinced that the raid is not going to fail, and One Piece isn't that deep, man. Everyone who thinks that the raid is going to fail has absolutely what I said before, like the pudding triple agent theory energy that I was projecting when I was reading the end of Whole Cake. It's not going to happen. It's going to end. Okay. Now Kaido might, like, it could get dragged out like a little bit longer, you know? To be honest, last week, Morge said that Usopp had yet to have a great moment. Oh, see, and that signaled the raid was going to fail. IDKV stands by that this chapter. That is, this isn't about Morge. This isn't about anybody specifically. But what that is about is that, like, people are not reading One Piece right because their minds aren't open to the fact that One Piece might, like, have flaws and might not, like, do the thing they're doing. Like, there are so many signs it's going to fail. I don't understand it anymore, how people still think that. But, okay, whatever. Anyway. Okay, so here it is. So whatever. The final clash is happening. There it is. So they are now actively clashing, I guess. I'm not exactly sure what this big orb is. Is that fire? Is that hockey? Because, like, the orb is not the lightning, you know? Is that the heat from Kaido? Is that the size of Luffy's fist? I'm not exactly sure. It's the cock. It's the penis. But Conqueror's hockey isn't like... Well, it is an orb sometimes. Like, I remember when, like, when Luffy... But see, that's not armament hockey. When Luffy clashed with Katakuri... that was like an aura blast type thing of Conqueror's hockey clashing. That was different from like the Rio stuff. I don't know, whatever. It doesn't matter. It's hockey blasts. It's fire. It's Luffy's glow, I guess, because he's the monkey god right now. All kinds of stuff is happening. I don't know. And Kaido is glowing. He's a angry, fiery boy. The present hears the cries of the past. Okay, yeah, there it is. Excuse me, let me take a sip here. There we go. Listen, it's hockey. It's always there, except when it's not. Indeed, indeed. Well, okay, so that's it. I guess I'll just say it's too bad that we've, like, ended the fucking fight exactly where we started it. But look, this was the chapter for the emotional, like, remember the suffering of the people. It's true, not a lot happened this chapter. Like, okay, yes, Orochi, like, we checked the final box in my mind that Orochi is finally dead. We wrapped up the Hiyori plot, finally. It wasn't a filler chapter, it was a box-checking chapter, and I'm actually quite warm to all it. Like, look, this is the best panel in the chapter, obviously. This is good stuff. Remembering all the suffering that happened right before the end. Like, come on, people. Use your meta understanding. Not you guys, but you know what I mean. People out there who are doubting, you can just feel the fight is about to end. You can feel it. And if I'm wrong, that will be amazing. That will be me being like, wow, Oda, you really subverted my expectations. Not necessarily in, like, a terrible way. Oh, that says Okasa-san. Well, I wonder what he's wishing for his mother. Haha, kanji. Well, okay, yeah, but, like, remember the end of, like, Luffy versus Eneru? Luffy versus Eneru ended for, like, a million years. There were setbacks, there was memes, it took forever. I guess I can't remember how long the chapters were. And I'm counting Luffy, like, falling down and having to go back to have a second try at killing Eneru. Anyway, what do you know? Don't let Nate forget to pay out the prediction. Wait, how do I do a pay out the prediction? Okay, well, we've pretty much finished the chapter, so I think we can pretty much wrap up here. What is this pay off the prediction meme? Is that a thing I can do? Okay, let me go to the app over here. Okay, prediction. Choose outcome. Oh, only 6% of people. Only 6% of people said Goda. 94% said Hakta, and the Haktas took it. So, okay, choose outcome. Hakta. Oh, I didn't know that's how it works. Complete prediction. Hakta, you win. And are you sure Hakta is the correct outcome? Viewers who have chosen the correct outcome will be awarded 80,298 channel points. Boom. It's literally gambling. It's literally gambling. Hakta, the result is Hakta. Oh, that's hilarious. All right, Haktas, the Haktas have it, boys. Soko, Yakubu, oof. Go to boys, get the hell out of here. Stop the count. It is literally gambling, and that is hilarious. I love that. Go to Chuds, blown the fuck out for eternity. Very embarrassing. No, continue the steal. Continue the steal. All right, do we have anything else to do today? I think we're done. Stair piece, what is this? Oh, we've got, let's take a look at this real quick. Yep, let's end it on stair piece, shall we? Let's quickly take a journey through all the staring going on. Oh, they're looking at each other. They're still looking. Still looking. Oh, they're still looking. That means bad. So this was what? 1008? Holy shit. 1008 they were facing off. And even before that, 1047, 1048. There it is. All right, we're still looking at each other. Yikes. There's only one thing to say about it. The raid will... No, that's not what it is. I was going to say... Wait, I've got over here. This is the one. This is what we want from this arc. Oda, please free us from this hell. We're all begging for it. Let us loose. I'm ready for this to be done. I'm ready to go. I'm ready to move on to other things. And luckily, boys, at this point, I am feeling like we've got 1-2 chapters left. Give me a sip of Elbaf, please. I'm begging. Adventure piece, just a mere pittance. By the way, you know, I've seen people saying they've been reading the cards. They've been doing big numerology stuff, and I want to ask. A lot of people are saying, like, okay, chapter 1050 is coming. It's going to be the big one. But here's my question. Like, why are people so convinced that, like, 1050 is, like, something so special to aim for specifically? Like, it easily could line up that way anyway. But, like, people said, like, Oda likes to line things up on big, round numbers. Does he really? I really don't think he does. Like, okay, chapter 1000 was... That was a roof piece, right? That was the roof piece stuff. And look, I could even understand maybe Oda wanting to do something like end a specific volume on a specific chapter. That, I don't think that's a crazy thing to think of, but there's really limited amounts you can do with that. Chapter 900 is also a big deal. I can't remember what it was, but I believe you. Chapter 100, okay, yes. But look at those numbers. 800, 900, 100, 1,000, 1050? 1050 chads? You know? 150 chapters of Wano. What a joy. 10 plus 50 equals 60, aka how many chapters ago this arc should have ended. Reminder, East Blue Saga, 100 chapters. East Blue was 100 chapters. Baroque Works. All of Baroque Works. That's start to finish. 117. Sky Island, 85 chapters. That includes, fucking Jaya. CP9, 139 chapters. Whoa, that's so long. Jesus, what a bore. Thriller Bark, 48 chapters. Summit War Saga, 108 chapters. Whew. Wano Arc, 140 chapters and counting. Wano Act 3, 91 chapters and counting. Wano Arc alone is longer than every single saga pre-time skip. Bonus fact, Chainsaw Man was 97 chapters. I hate big number. I like small number. Hot take, I like small number personally. By the way, if One Piece was running without breaks, that would be like 3 years. Truly the most ridiculous writing schedule. Truly the most ridiculous arc. Lamau. Yeah, CP9 was that good and was 139. Wano was no excuse. I will give Oda the slight bit of a caveat. I can understand a bit of bloat. A bit, because he's like incorporating more political stuff. But we're talking about like a 10, maybe 20% like boost on like that arc specifically. And that's like a stretch. That's like too much, you know? Let me go back. CP9 was good at 139. And that was like the whole thing start to finish. Maybe he doesn't want to start the final arc. See, I don't subscribe to these theories that like Oda is like deliberately rushing, is like deliberately slowing down in order for any kind of like quota stuff. I think that Oda, he does feel like he wants Wano to end. And I really do feel like things like the King fight feel like there was straight up a chapter missing from the fight. And a lot of people agree with me on that. Even people who are far less critical than me. It feels like the entire Zoro deduction of how to beat King was literally a cut chapter. And quota! Oh, that's good! Oh, that's real fucking good, man. I love that. And it's true. Oda, every mangaka bloats over time. It's definitely true. And One Piece is unusually full of, like, political stuff and lore that he has to keep in mind, you know? Hey, it is May 6th. It's Gomu Day, boys. That's the day. That's One Piece Day. I don't care about that anymore. I care about Nika. That's, I guess, February 9th. That's what I care about. Do you think One Piece would work better if like, one volume's worth of content was dropped every, like, 2 months? I don't know what you mean. Faster would be good. I don't know what else to say. Sanji versus Queen. What do we got? What are we looking at here? We've got Sanji, kick, punch. So this is like the entirety of like the fight here. I mean, it looks pretty cool, you know. Oh, look at how Sanji dominates. Yeah, Sanji dominated it. Sanji really was like never on the ropes. That's why it was an unsatisfying fight for me, man. I wish Sanji had been pushed more, but it was more about like science lore, family lore stuff. I don't even dislike the family lore. I hate that Sanji has been made like he's been given the powers of his stuff. This was to make the point that the fight was incredibly one-sided. Yes. And it obviously was. Yeah. Like Sanji is strong, you know? But I just think that he beat his fight too easily. And that's like the problem with like all of Wano. That they won too easily and the stakes felt low on the actual fights, you know? And that was without the raid suit. It's true. He didn't even use the raid suit. Okay, but he got things like better than the raid suit. He got like Germa armor and stuff. Okay, anyway, let's go back to our actual meme. Save us from this hell, Oda. All right, I think it's time to wrap up. It was about emotional damage. Oh yeah, he was so distraught. he was distraught like a little bit, very briefly, and then got over it like immediately. It's because I hate Sanji getting super special like DNA powers. I fucking hate it. It's just like Luffy getting these fucking Nika powers for out of nowhere. Fuck off, Oda. Even though, like, in the previous arc, it was about, like, Sanji being better than his brothers, even though he didn't have their advantages, and then he just gives it to them anyway. Fuck off with that, Oda. God damn, I hate that shit. I hate that having your cake and eating it too. Have fucking courage, Oda. Pick a side. Make him just a normal guy. Why can't you just do that? Okay, what's done is done. One Piece is ruined, 0 to 10. What can you do? The whole point is that he rejects the powers. He literally gets the powers. He gets the best of both worlds. He gets the powers and he gets to have feelings. He's literally superior to his brothers. He is more powerful and good than any of them. Because he gets all the benefits and none of the downsides. What the fuck, man? That's what annoys me about it. And you could be like, oh, well, he didn't get like a super... I mean, whatever. It's just annoying, man. He literally gets all the benefits and none of the drawbacks. And I'm supposed to be like, wow, Sanji really came from nowhere and became a hero all on his own. And like, it's just like the Luffy stuff. Yes, he earned it for a long time without superpowers, but then he just gives them to them at the fucking final chapter, at the final moment. And it's like, well, what the fuck? I guess he was the chosen one all along. It's his reward for completing his character arc. I just don't like it thematically. Look, just have him win in other ways, man. He doesn't need it. Like, his whole thing is like, I choose to not use my family's powers, and then he just gets all the good stuff anyway. He can like move fast. He literally doesn't even need the invisibility fruit. He can just move that fast anyway. All right, yes, I'm de-awakening. I'm putting to sleep the Yeru no Mi because I am also hungry and need to eat. Let us wrap up, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a heck of a time, a hoot and a half. My name is Nate and I hate it, so you don't have to. That's exactly right, Snoo there. I'm glad we're on the same page with that. All right, I think we're done. We will be back next week. Is there a new chapter? Okay, that's the last thing. Is there a One Piece chapter this week? Let's see. Release schedule. I think there is, but let's just confirm. 10:49 is next week. Okay, yes, we will be back next week. There will be a chapter, and won't that be fun for all of us there? All right. See you there, everybody, and pretty soon we'll have a bonus episode where we'll do some fun stuff. I don't know. We might watch episode 10,000. That was episode 1,000, right? Yeah. We'll consider that. It'll be good. That sounds like a fun thing to do. And Kingdom Hearts stream on Saturday. We're going to play more Kingdom Hearts. And I have not forgotten, we're doing... Oh, at 10:15, right, yeah. 10:15, that's the one. Thank you. We're doing the Kingdom Hearts character tier list. I'm going to remember this time and do it like an hour in to make sure that we get it done. Or maybe we'll do it at the start. I don't know. Yeah, so that'll be fun. It'll be good. Looking forward to it. All right, I'm out of here. It's been a pleasure, everybody. Thanks for stopping by. Hackta, you won it again, my man. Congratulations. Goda, rest in peace. All right, see you next time, everybody. Bye-bye.